In 2015, Ducati whisked me away to California to the land of joy to experience their highly anticipated Ducati Scrambler Icon. Ducati set out to create a new sub-brand. Apparently, this new bike was a lifestyle choice, and the introduction of the new Scrambler was hyped by hipster images and glamorous locations. It was aimed at a new generation of potential Ducati owners, those more concerned about image and personalization rather than performance. Once we'd peeled back the hipster layers, there was no hiding the fact the Scrambler was an excellent entry-level bike into the Ducati brand. Simple and easy to use with big boy bike kudos. Moved to September 2018 and I was in Italy testing the updated Scrambler for 2019, and again the launch was surrounded by clever marketing and imagery. And once more the excellent Scrambler shone. It wasn't a huge step forward over the older model, but the improvements were significant, especially the introduction of cornering abs. The Scrambler in both 803cc and 1079cc formats have been a stunning success for the Italian marque. As we move into 2021, Ducati has simplified the Scrambler range, removing the Café Racer and Full Throttle, and introduced one new model, the Nightshift. Back in 2015 when I first rode the then new Scrambler, I've always admired its simplicity. Just jump on, press the starter button, and ride. The air-cooled motor has been diluted by Euro 5 restrictions, and the attractive twin-stacked exhaust just about beats out enough decibels for it to offer some character. Power delivery is soft and friendly, and there is a lovely connection even at low speeds. Peak torque is at just 5,700 revolution per minute, so there's no real need to rev the twin. Instead, short shift and enjoy the usability of the Desmo motor. Just because the Scrambler wouldn't win in top trumps doesn't mean it's slow and boring. All of the 72 brake horsepower is readily available. That flat torque curve gives great drive from anywhere, and combined with typical Scrambler lightness, you soon realize this anything but a slow bike. I've done countless miles on different variants of the Scrambler over the years, and I'm always pleasantly surprised by its sprightly and well-measured performance, which is more than enough for the road and cruising along at high motorway speeds without it feeling breathless. Experienced riders dropping down in capacity for a Scrambler may miss the lack of over-rev and might like a little more excitement towards the top end too. But the target audience of new and inexperienced riders will love its accessibility. After all, almost any gear will do, and around town the hydraulic clutch is light, the gearbox is smooth, it's a delight to ride and as useful as it is attractive. The straight and narrow handlebars, complemented by racy bar end mirrors and retro side-mounted number boards, give the impression of a radical riding position, whereas it's much more relaxed than it appears. The new bars are not as natural as the standard Icon's traditional Scrambler bars, but equally, they aren't extreme or uncomfortable, even at low speeds and around town. The only downside to the new bars is the bar end mirrors, which some people love, some hate, and the steering is a little slower, not as natural. On the standard Scrambler, you're upright, turning with wide friendly bars. In comparison, on the Nightshift, you're further forward in the chassis, more over the fuel tank, which gives a racier feel. You feel more obliged to hang off the Scrambler mid-corner rather than sit back and simply turn in a traditional manner. I like it. The riding position encourages you to tuck in and stretch the cable a little more. A single 330mm disc up front is gripped by a Brembo radial caliper. Cornering Bosch abs was introduced on the 2019 upgrade. As the Nightshift is so light and speeds should be relatively low, the single disc stoppers are more than capable and aren't too abrupt. The introduction of cornering abs was a welcomed addition for new and experienced riders alike and isn't intrusive. As mentioned, cornering abs carries on from the previous model, yet there are still no additional rider aids like traction control. Are sophisticated rider aids needed on a relatively slow revving air-cooled Ducati that has excellent mechanical grip and feedback anyway? Possibly not, but new riders might be more attracted to the competition, which has TC as standard. The Nightshift features very neat Ducati performance LED indicators, which are also self-canceling. There is also a LED DRL headlight as per the previous model. The USB under the seat is a nice touch and comes in useful. If the Nightshift isn't individual enough for you, there is a host of accessories to personalize the bike further. One of the fun characteristics of the Scrambler range is that you can add or remove parts easily. They are relatively simple to work on, and there is a hefty catalog of different exhausts, rear ends, and accessories to choose from. And Ducati hasn't stopped with the bikes. There is a huge range of attractive Scrambler clothing, from hats and watches to leather jackets and helmet bags. Sometimes it's hard not to get hooked on the hipster thing.